於2024年10月5日，墨西哥灣生成大西洋有記錄以嚟第5強嘅熱帶颶風米爾頓。10月7日，米爾頓升級為5級颶風，撲向佛羅里達州。天文專家預計呢個將會係坦帕灣區百年嚟最強風暴。佢嘅形狀更加好似一個骷髏頭。米爾頓登陸之前，總統拜登已經宣布佛羅里達州進入緊急狀態，100萬居民需要撤離，道路擠滿車輛，數千人受困車龍。
This morning, the race to get out before explosively powerful Hurricane Milton comes in. Milton, still more than 500 miles southwest of Tampa, now a Category 4 hurricane with winds of 155 miles per hour.
This is the storm of the century.
Mass evacuations ordered, prompting bumper-to-bumper traffic on highways out of town, as the strongest hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico in nearly 2 decades takes aim at the Sunshine State.
Thousands, hundreds of thousands of cars.
Rianne Ramirez and her family of 4 driving 8 hours to leave Florida, double the time it would normally take.
It is bumper to bumper to the point where we were standstill, not moving for an hour at a time.
Hurricane hunters flying into the storm to collect critical data. Milton is expected to be knocked down by some wind shear before making landfall late Wednesday into early Thursday, but the storm surge could still be unprecedented. Tampa Bay to Sarasota to Venice could see 10 to 15 feet of ocean water pushing onto land, prompting one of the largest evacuations in years.
10月9日，米爾頓正面吹襲佛羅里達州，同時出現超過120個龍捲風，造成至少16人死亡，數百萬用戶斷電。
Bringing powerful 120-mile-per-hour winds, heavy rain, and torrential flooding, making landfall in Sarasota County at 8:30 p.m. Eastern last night as we were on the air.
Hurricane Milton has just made landfall.
The winds howling.
I can tell you, the winds have been extraordinary here. The rain coming in sideways. You can see it blowing here behind us.
Tonight, at least 10 dead from this storm, and that number is expected to grow.
Oh my God.
This evening, more than 3 million people in Florida are without power.
Oh, there it was!
Transformers exploding, streetlights crashing, a tree coming down through the roof of this home. In downtown St. Petersburg, trees toppled by the hurricane. The roof of Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays, shredded, parts of the roof ripped off. It was supposed to be used as a shelter for 10,000 emergency workers. They were sent elsewhere just before the hurricane hit. Tonight, the view inside. Debris scattered across the stadium.
No!
And not far from the stadium, a crane smashing into this building where the Tampa Bay Times is located.
We felt a huge bang, shook our building. You can see it right from across our window, and the crane was gone.
In North Fort Myers, a horrific sight in the rising waters.
That was a big alligator just bit our tires!
An alligator emerging from the floodwaters, biting at this car's tires. Tonight, the massive search and rescue operation now underway. Orange County Fire Rescue waiting in waist-deep waters to rescue stranded residents. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office going door-to-door on boats and in high-water vehicles, rescuing trapped families. Tonight, they say they've rescued more than 725 people and counting. Among them, 135 residents from a senior living facility. And this 14-year-old boy floating on a piece of fence. And even before Hurricane Milton made landfall, the system spawning deadly tornadoes across Florida, all the way to the East Coast and across South Florida. These NOAA time-lapse satellite images as Milton barrels closer, showing intense lightning strikes across South Florida. There were at least 38 reported tornadoes, the most tornado warnings in a single day ever for Florida.
Look at that!
In Wellington, Florida, power lines flaring as a tornado rips across the road.
You need to go.
In Broward County, near Alligator Alley.
Watch out, watch out. Hold it slowly, it looks like it's turning back around.
These residents evacuating when all of a sudden their phone began receiving emergency tornado alerts. And then they see it.
It's like right there, babe.
And tonight from above, you can see the devastation. Across Martin and Palm Beach counties, homes destroyed. In Fort Pierce, large violent tornadoes hitting multiple communities. And along the Gulf Coast tonight, where the hurricane made landfall, in Venice, debris in the streets. this roof torn off this home. In Bradenton Beach, Police Chief John Cosby.
I'm going to say very close to 100% of our population evacuated. We've never had an event like this.
In Sarasota, families just now returning.
We've been through a bunch of them, and they've never been this bad.
Tonight, President Biden now calling on Congress to return to Washington immediately to pass additional funding for disaster aid and making this vow to the people of Florida.
I promise you, you have to pick up the pieces still. I want you to know we'll do everything in our power to help you put pieces back together and get all that you need.
颶風過後造成嘅經濟損失超過500億美元。
相信任何人喺屋企突然見到呢一幕，間房喺幾秒間被浸毀咗，都會好似呢個女人咁嚇到嗌咗出嚟。被稱為怪獸颶風嘅米爾頓吹襲美國，受災最嚴重嘅佛羅里達州沿海地區廣泛房屋受到破壞，多個建築物被摧毀，電線桿被摧毀倒塌，州上邊有最少340萬人停電，街道嚴重水浸，州政府要疏散部分沿海居民去到安全嘅地方。雷電交加之下，有網民拍到天空出現一個疑似人影嘅雷影，有網民向雷神影子祈求風暴離開。颶風同時吹襲美國職棒大聯盟坦帕灣光芒隊嘅主場，體育場館最少有半個屋頂被吹走，唔少嘅碎片跌咗喺會場裏邊。
以下係颶風吹襲後嘅航拍片段。